folks, my name is Jürgen, aka Not I'm Proud of It, and Destiny has brought you to my channel today to talk about... Oh, the fire alarm is going off. Oh no! Hey folks, my name is Jürgen, aka Not I'm Proud of It, and Destiny has brought you to my channel today to talk about what's next. What's next for Magic the Gathering, what's next for Sorcery, what's next for trading card games in general, and what's next for the channel. You could say this video is on fire because the fire alarm just went off when I started the video. I will probably cut that in because it's pretty funny. We're rolling with the punches here, so I had to turn off the fire alarm, and I recently replaced the battery, so it can't be that. But yeah, I have to have a look. Probably have to buy a new one. Doesn't matter, folks. I want to talk about Magic the Gathering for and foremost, and a little bit about Sorcery, and a little bit what's coming up for me, and my struggles on finding the right focus at the moment. Focus is a thing I always talk about on this channel. When you want to have a certain card, or when you want to achieve a certain goal, focus is key in my humble opinion. And to that focus, a lot of smaller things can add up to a bigger thing, a bigger card, a bigger cost product you wanna buy. A bigger goal in general, and I have some difficulties at the moment finding the right focus. But let's talk about the Outlaws of Thunder Junction pre-release weekend for a second, because that's what's going on for Magic the Gathering. Obviously, I was a bit skeptical, I have to admit that. I made a couple of videos about Outlaws of Thunder Junction. I think it could have looked a lot better if it would have looked more like a space western in the Brave Star, Saber Rider, Galaxy Rangers, or Firefly style, like a really cool western inspired space Odyssey, I don't know. And then we saw Oko and the Nipplegate, and I don't know. It just turned me away a bit from the set, because I don't want that. I want cool stuff, and I don't want that. I don't know. It's not allowed to show any feminine attributes, but Oko can walk around with his shirt off all the time, and yeah, it's either both or either nothing. And for me, in a set like this, a personal opinion, if you like Oko's nipples, go for it. Yeah, I would have preferred like really cool dudes, mustaches, I don't know, and badass chicks, I don't know. It's personal preference. Doesn't matter. Again, doesn't matter. There's a lot that doesn't matter, and actually it does matter. Why do I say that? I don't know. You get what I mean. So I had a look at the pre-release weekend, and I'm gonna link to that video at the end of this video, in which I talk about the art direction I would have loved to see. You can hear more about that if you're interested, so just click at the end of this video, click that video. But what I saw from the set and the pre-releases I followed and the boxes I watched being opened, I think the set actually looks kind of cool. Most of the set doesn't or isn't represented by the box art, or the different box arts, or the stuff they have shown. There are cool cards in the set. Looking at You, Mana Drain, looking pretty badass, and a couple of other cool cards I think are worth opening. I think people are very enthusiastic about the set, so it looks like Outlaws of Thunder Junction is gonna be a success. And it seems to be pretty straightforward, pretty simple, whereas Call of Mana was very, very complicated, and you couldn't actually play without like reading the card 10-20 times, and yeah, everything is being very difficult and complicated. Like I said, Outlaws of Thunder Junction seems to be pretty straightforward and accessible, and I think that is very important, because I probably will buy a box to play with my friends soon. I might be having a Magic the Gathering night in May, so I need another box. And yeah, I still got like a Dominaria Remastered box up there for that, and we still want to play a little bit of Sorcery. But in the end, I think I need a new box, because last time we already played Dominaria Remastered. I don't know what's wrong with me today. It's okay, folks. It's okay. Stick with me. We're gonna calm down. We're gonna talk about Magic the Gathering, other trading card games, Sorcery, and about focus. So I will buy a box probably, and I haven't had a look at those play boosters yet. and I'm looking forward to do that. So yes, I think it's worth buying a box, and Thunder Junction turns out to be a fair and nice and good set. Personally, what's next for me when it comes to Magic the Gathering? I made a big push. I see if I can put some stuff on the screen, maybe page from my binder. I bought 3 unlimited duels. I bought an unlimited Wheel of Fortune. Over the last couple of months, there wasn't a lot of room for other stuff. I tried to talk about these things as spread out as I could. Not that I am looking for content in general to be spread out or whatever, but you have seen there hasn't been a video for like a couple of days because I simply didn't have any cards that came in. I didn't have a lot to talk about when it comes to Thunder Junction because I wanted to see what's happening at the pre-release and how people react to it, and maybe see more myself. I still have a couple of Sorcery boxes to open, but yeah, for me, Magic the Gathering needs a little bit of focus anyway, so I'm not quite sure what to do. Should I continue with the push? And I pretty much tapped out in that push financially, and that's okay, so I can't push very hard anyways. But should I continue with that push? And you have to advise me with that. With that push towards my unlimited set with cards that are a little less expensive, and I mean less expensive. I saw a Demonic Tutor Unlimited for like around $100. I still need that. Yeah, I could buy it, but maybe I want to buy another duel. I saw an excellent one, one of the blue ones, for around $1,000. A lot of money I don't really have to spend at the moment, so I probably would have to wait a couple of weeks. But maybe I should wait a couple of weeks more and focus on that Time Twister finally, before things are moving again. Maybe nothing is moving. We saw a small uptick, and I still have time. I still have like 10 years time to complete my collection. And the FOMO is hitting me hard because I don't want to miss out on those high-end cards. On the other hand, yeah, if prices still go down and they just saw a little uptick because of the crypto spike, is it necessary to act on those heavy hitters now? Of course I want to get them out of the way, and if I overpay a bit, that's fine, if they go down afterwards. But I would have to focus on a Time Twister pretty heavily, because it's probably around $4,500 for a light plate one. That's not money I have lying around. I probably would have to save up like half a year to 3/4 of a year at least, not buying anything else, cutting down on my normal expenses. That's how it goes. I mean, it's a complete holiday for me and the family, that kind of money, you know. And then the holiday, of course, gets priority. So if you can save up for it, and if you can focus on it, fair enough. But in the meanwhile, I could continue enjoying my hobby with buying a Demonic Tutor here and there, buying an unlimited duel here and there, and maybe buying like a Savannah Lion I still need unlimited, or a nice Arabian Nights card, or something else that is not that expensive as the Time Twister. So let me know in the comments. I normally do a video series in which I ask you decide what I buy, and then you can choose between a couple of options, sometimes 2, sometimes 3 options, and I present to you a couple of cards, and I present to you the motivation to buy those cards. For example, Dual Land for $1,000, third Mishra's workshop for $2,000, or saving up for a Time Twister and not buying anything. What would you do? And if you all choose the Dual Land because, yeah, you like it and you think I should make content more often, and you think I should pay and buy the cards now that are available to me financially now, and see about the rest later, then yeah, I would have bought those duels, or that specific duel in that case. I'm not going to do that this time because I don't have the financial flexibility to actually follow up on eventual promises. and I don't have a lot of stuff to sell at the moment because the market is a bit slow. Normally I finance my cards. I finance my collection with my collection, and that works well. So I have to see. What I also want to do is I want to look at the cards I can get rid of. And I'm not quite sure how to get rid of those cards. I even thought about doing like a fundraiser for the channel. I don't know. Never done that. Might be a good idea, and I know you guys want to support me, and I appreciate that. But I take some pride in staying independent when it comes to that, and not being a channel that sells you a lot or whatever. If it would be an auction, a fundraiser, I think I could live with that, and the community could live with that as well. But on the other hand, I might just pack up everything. Look through my bulk. I got a couple of those bulk boxes. Made a whole IKEA thingy with it. You can't see it really well, but I stored my Sorcery and Magic the Gathering cards in there. I will make a video about that soon. And maybe I should just go through my bulk and go to the Magic Con in Amsterdam in 2-3 months and just trade in everything that is worth stuff. And when I say trade in everything that is worth stuff, I will never get rid of my old cards. That is a fact, that is a given. To me, those are very, very dear and very nostalgic, and I'm not planning to sell anything reserved list. But cards that are expensive now, I never sell cards. I don't know. I don't know about you. I know a lot of people sell into the hype and then buy new stuff for it. I sell other stuff, but I don't sell my cards. For example, I got like a couple of cool. What's a good example? I don't know. Triumphs. They're like $15 a piece if it comes to the foil ones, and I still got a couple. But I'm not really playing these because the only real deck I have is my vintage deck. And then when we play newer stuff, I do like cards like that, like the challenger decks, and just leave them unaltered and play against each other. Don't really go to tournaments that often anymore. I'm a kitchen table player nowadays, which is fine. You see a couple of those trophies here, and those are from several Magic the Gathering in the mirror. Several Magic the Gathering tournaments, and some of them I'm pretty proud of, especially the Bavarian champion and the German championships. I played a couple of them, but those days for me, I enjoy a tournament, but I don't see myself sitting in a store or whatever every weekend to play a tournament. Now and then, maybe, why not? I'm a competitive guy, but just so you know, I don't need those cards, and it might be worth getting rid of some of them. For example, getting rid of cards worth like $1,000 and buying one of those, or trading them in for one of those unlimited duels. Let me know in the comments what you think I should do. What should I focus on? Then there's that antiquities stuff. Oh yeah, it's here. Really nice painting on all 9 artist proofs by Anson Maddox. Still a fantastic piece. It might be the grail in my Magic the Gathering collection personally, because I love it so much. If you turn it around, I maybe can do that. Let's see if that works. You can actually, can you see it? Yes, you can. You can actually see the individual artist proofs the painting has been painted on. There has been a move on artist proofs, especially antiquities. I could sweep them up or scoop them up. Scoop is better, right? I could scoop them up easily for like $50 to $100 without a painting. With a painting, it's a totally different story. Then they get really expensive. Got a couple with a painting. But I was looking for a few, and there was an auction going on, and even the commons, uncommons went up to like $200, and like some antiquities rares, artist proofs, went up to like 250, 300, 350, 400 bucks. So there is someone out there, or there are people out there that are currently actually focusing on antiquities artist proofs. Artist proofs in general, I think. I saw Legends moving as well. It might be a minority, it probably is a minority, but if there's only like 2-3 competitors for me and prices go up immensely, and somebody woke up because I made those videos and said, hey, those artist proofs are awesome, they are super, super rare, there are only 50 of them in the world when it comes to antiquities. It's the first expansion with artist proofs. The other set that had artist proofs before antiquities was beta. Arabian Nights didn't even have artist proofs. So it's very rare stuff when it comes to Magic the Gathering, and maybe not a lot of people like it, but I personally really like it. I think it's really awesome. If I only have 1 or 2 or 3 more competitors and they are driving the price up, I have to step back from that, because yeah, I got half the set now, roughly, a little less, I think 48 cards of the 90 artist proof cards. Got some nice paintings on some of them, but I can't pay like 300-400 bucks for an antiquities artist proof without a painting on it, when I still need 50. I mean, that's like what, $20,000? It's if I need 50 cards for 40 bucks, right? No, that's $2,000. No, 50 cards for 400 bucks. So I was right. Like 5 times 400 is 2,000, and then the added 0, that's $20,000. Not something I can focus on in the long run, because that's what it would add up to. And then I'm happy with what I got, and I got a couple of unique pieces, but I would like to have more, and I would like to complete the set. But yeah, it's a different story if like a common is 100 bucks or 300 or 400 bucks. Not sure how to handle that. Where are we at? 17 minutes. Jesus, folks. You're probably, if you're still here, use the code word Yoda in the comments. Then I know you watched the whole video. It's just me rambling on, and those videos need to happen, especially if I have been offline for a few days and my thoughts are piling up. Last thing I want to talk about, and I actually wanted to talk about what's the future for Magic the Gathering. What's the future for collectors like me and players, of course, because I consider myself a player, even if it's only kitchen table. Does it make sense to buy cards for $1,000 if nobody's interested? To me, it does. I'm not getting out of the hobby, but this discussion I see on several channels going on. I see people talking about the fact that if I want to exit, could I? If I want to buy an expensive card, I can now, but will it hold value? Because of the generational handover. My kids, they know what a Black Lotus is, and they are very enthusiastic about it, but the general Magic the Gathering player, do they still care? They probably know it's an iconic card, but do they still care? On the other hand, they pay thousands and thousands of dollars for a serialized card. Why not pay a few $1,000s or even less for a MOX and have something truly iconic from Magic the Gathering's history? If you buying a serialized, I don't know, Brothers War card for $3,000-4,000, or a serialized Lord of the Rings card, isn't both of those, or aren't both of those things collectible? So I wanted to talk more about that, and I may be doing that. I might be doing that in a different video. Quick mention of Sorcery. I will do an update on my beta set soon. I opened box 7 and 8. I already put those videos up on the channel. You might have seen them already. They have been viewed quite well, as a lot of my videos recently. I hope the small break in which I was trying to find motivation and inspiration, especially about what to talk about, or what to talk about, in which I try to find inspiration and motivation about what I wanted to talk about. Yes, I think that's how you say it. In these videos, I also mentioned that I will do a follow-up and add the cards I got in boxes 7 and 8 to my binder, to my sorcery binder, and to the set. I'm also part of organizing a big European sorcery tournament on June 1st. If you are interested, let me know in the comments. I will give you more info about that in the future. I'm doing that together with the nice folks, Extended Nerd Family from Cardboard Guide, and with the White Rabbit LGS in Germany. The tournament will be on June 1st in Germany, and there's a lot of fun stuff going on. I definitely will talk about that more, but if you're interested now in more info and maybe a place where you can sign up, either join my Discord and I can just give you the info directly, or let me know in the comments. That is fine as well. Folks, so much to talk about, and then I was waiting, searching for things or thinking about things to talk about, and then in the end I'm rambling on for more than 20 minutes and nobody's watching this video probably. No, there are a couple of diehards here. I know. You know who you are. Those really hardcore Nerd and Proud of It community people watch every video and they watch it until the end. I can see those metrics. This channel, the engagement on this channel since day one has been very, very good, and I'm very proud of that and very thankful for that. And it still is good. Some videos are not watched in a high view amount, but some of them are, and even the ones that don't have a lot of views in general, the engagement on those is still very high. So that's very cool. Yeah, so that's what's next for me, for the channel. We need to figure out what to do here, folks. I need to figure that out for me as well. What do I want? And I want to complete some, yeah, that's the right one. Want to complete some sets, Unlimited, Artist Proofs, Antiquities, Arabian Nights. I'm very, very carefully working on that. Sorcery, I want to complete my beta set. I hope we're gonna have a great tournament over here in Europe, and I want to see if I can expand on that, especially with Arthurian Legends coming out. I know there are a lot of you interested in Sorcery, a lot of you interested in Magic the Gathering. What else can I talk about in Magic when it comes to Magic the Gathering? I really wanna explore that as well. I actually wanted to build my first Commander deck, but I'm a Commander noob. So yes, I'm using precons normally when I play Commander. But it would be fun to add some of those old cards to a Commander deck and actually build like a really cool Commander deck with like the duels and whatever. I don't know. Would be fun. And see how that works. And see what everybody is complaining about when it comes to those old staples, that they are too expensive. But then people still are buying like serialized cards for 10,000 bucks. I don't get it, folks. That's it for today. Hands up, howdy. All I gotta say, I wish you a very nice rest of the week. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you watched it until the end, and if you did, use the code word we determined like a few minutes ago. Stay healthy, stay frosty. I definitely talk to you next time. Don't forget, I always will be back, and I always am. And thanks a lot for listening. Bye bye.